I became the CEO of AJC in 1990, and among the very first decisions that we had to make was to appoint a new director for our Government and International Relations program, headquartered in Washington, but with a reach around the world. It wasn't an easy job to fill, but we ended up with more than 100 applications, some from extraordinarily well-qualified people. And I wondered in the process, how are we ever going to make this decision? But then in reading through the applications, we noticed one in particular that kind of rose right to the top. The person's name was Jason Isaacson. At the time, he was the chief of staff to a very prominent U.S. senator, and he had spent years on the Hill, both on the House and Senate side, and had before that a career in journalism and communications, which was also extremely impressive. To make a long story short, we hired Jason in 1991, and we've never looked back. It was absolutely the right decision to make. Jason stepped into the job effortlessly, and for the last 30 years, he has led our efforts in so many respects in so many parts of the world, beginning with North Africa, beginning with the Middle East, including much of the Arab world, beginning with Asia, and especially his love of India, beginning with East Timor and other countries that people might not often think about. But Jason would quietly and repeatedly travel to country after country. He took AJC's long-term approach to diplomacy. You build relationships, you build trust, you build friendships, and that's exactly what he did. Jason has been an extraordinary colleague. And so as we mark his 30th anniversary at AJC, while hoping for many more years ahead, we want to take this opportunity during the AJC Global Forum to celebrate those first 3 decades and to also invite some of Jason's closest friends and partners in the political and diplomatic worlds, both here in the US and elsewhere, to share with you, our audience, some of the reasons why they admire Jason, some of the fruits of their cooperation with Jason. So, Jason, happy 30th anniversary, and now let's hear from those political leaders and world leaders about you and your first 30 years.
Everybody knows that Dubai and the UAE have become a place of focal interest for the Jewish people, and that particularly follows the announcement of the Abraham Accords last year in August. When the announcement was made, one of the first people I reached out to was Jason. He was one of the first people I thought of, because he is one of the people that have worked so hard for this outcome, an outcome in which one can really speak about regional peace and integration, where we can really speak about Jews and Muslims seeing their relationship entirely differently and so positively. Jason, I just want to thank you for your work, your intelligence, your vision. You saw it years before anybody else did, and you mentored and guided and helped our community. And we are the direct beneficiaries of your work. Thank you, Jason.
Thanks to you. The collaboration between AJC and the Jewish community of Morocco has been raised to an exceptional level since the signing of our partnership agreement. You understood the essence of the civilization of the Kingdom of Morocco, and from then on, you constantly support the role it could play for the establishment of a dialogue between the sons of Abraham, and moreover, for the advent of a just peace, sustainable in dignity and security for all. And the recent re-establishment of diplomatic relations between the State of Israel and the Kingdom of Morocco is proof of the validity of your vision.
You're eternal, and you haven't changed a bit since I met you, I think, 18 years ago. You are a remarkable person. If David is the CEO, you are probably the political director of the Foreign Ministry of the Jewish people, and you are doing an excellent job. And I'm very proud of you. I'm very proud of being your friend. You have done so many things for the State of Israel, and you represent all the good that we have in the Jewish people. I wish you many more years of success. I'm looking forward to continue working with you.
I'm thrilled to wish you, Jason, happy anniversary. You've not only given so many years to the American Jewish Committee, but you've given so many years to all of us. You've helped us understand the world. You've helped us connect to people all over the world. You stand for all of the values that are important as Jews, as supporters of Israel, as Americans who care about making sure that we stand up for human rights, that we stand up for security, that we make sure that Israel is secure. But more than anything, Jason, I want to say you've been a good friend to me. You've been a colleague. You've helped me provide information, wisdom, connection, and understanding. Even when we've disagreed, we are always thoughtful with each other, filled with content and impact. And I know that you always, always only want the best for the American people, for the people of Israel, and for the world. So congratulations, celebrate in every way you possibly can. We are also lucky that you're part of the American Jewish Committee.
Sharing UNESCO's values and purpose, Jason Isaacson has worked tirelessly to promote education and dialogue as key elements for fighting anti-Semitism, breaking down prejudices, and fostering dialogue. His long-standing support to UNESCO has been deeply valued, particularly in championing our unique programs on education about the Holocaust and on addressing contemporary forms of anti-Semitism. His efforts to ensuring that each passing generation understands the mechanisms and consequences of anti-Semitism and discrimination in our societies in general are just as relevant and crucial today as they were 30 years ago. Dear Jason, on behalf of UNESCO and its teams, we thank you and we look forward to continuing our work together.
Dear Jason, congratulations on 30 years at AJC. Can't believe you actually completed 30 years at AJC. But ever since we've started working with AJC, it's always been through you and it's always been through your efforts. I can't imagine AJC without Jason. Hopefully we won't have to, but I just want to stress how important your role has been and how integral you've been at building the relationship between AJC and the UAE since the last 20 years I've been around. All the credit goes to you, and I just wanted to wish you congratulations on the 30 years you've been there. Looking forward to the next 30 years.
Mazel tov, Jason, on your 30th anniversary at AJC. I am privileged to have first met you in 2006 on one of your first trips to Bahrain. I've always enjoyed hosting you and your delegations each year for dinner at my home, where we discussed the opportunities for Jewish life here in the Gulf. This tradition continued even when I was in Washington, serving as Bahrain's ambassador. I cherish our friendship, which has grown through the years, and I'm immensely appreciative for all that you have done to help shape the conversation in Jewish-Muslim relations and to show the American Jewish community how comfortable, safe, and vibrant Jewish life is in the Gulf. You have left an indelible mark that generations to come will benefit from. L'chaim, and all the best as you continue this critical mission.
Jason, my dear friend, from our first encounter in 2004, you have inspired me, countless Arabs and Muslims across the region through your steadfast dedication to peace and partnership. From our own work together, I know that you are a man of his word, a man of honor. In other words, I can only imagine the vast impact you have had over the past 30 years as you travel the region continuously, winning the trust of people and partnering with them so quietly and gently, always for the common good. God bless you, Jason, my dear friend. May your next 30 years of tireless effort bring untold benefits to our children and grandchildren and eternal comfort to the ancestors we share.